everyone. Today's weekly wrap up is again for everyone, faculty, staff, students, and parents. Today I have a few asks of you guys and a few reminders, but first I wanted to celebrate some wins and some things we're doing awesome here at the Harbor Creek School District. First, I want to just thank all of our teachers for thinking outside of the box and getting creative with their lesson plans. More and more are coming to me and asking to collaborate to make sure what they're doing is indeed safe. So I appreciate all their efforts, and it's really shown. Our specials teachers are even doing the same things. They really just want to get the kids active and moving around and doing so safely, and getting the K through 6's wiggles out during the day, and really just getting the K through 12 all just very active. So thank you for that. I can really see the confidence building in everybody and that creativity flowing. I also want to thank all the building principals. Working with our teachers to make sure that we are continuously trying to advance our Schoology pages to keep our students engaged, make sure those skills grow. Again, that's not really something that teachers went to school to learn about, how to run online school during a pandemic. So this is all new for them, and I applaud their efforts in making sure that we stay on top of growing as you guys are at home. So we're growing and we're learning right alongside you and your students. So thank you for that. Each week I provide you guys with an update still on Erie County. We remain moderate in transmission level. So we are continuing to do well from a county standpoint. Harbor Creek area on the COVID zone map that's been out on the Erie County website for some time has a low case count. However, I know we don't always stay in the confines of our school district, obviously. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the increase in cases and kind of what that means for everybody. Really, Erie County, we've come down a bit this week, but Erie County, as of last Friday, we have doubled in the amount of incident rate and the positivity rate for the number of tests being done and the number that were coming back positive. And I also listened to Dr. Levine's message this past week, and she was posed with the question of, well, what are we going to do if we have a second wave? Will we close back down? Things like that with another lockdown. So the message that she provided, which I truly believe to be true, is that PA is in a different position now, a better position now. The main reason for that first shutdown was to allow our hospitals the opportunity to work together to build systems, put things in place in order to become prepared in the event that we had a high incidence of COVID cases. So we're happy about that. The amount of PPE that's available to them has also increased. So the resources have greatly improved in that aspect. So, one thing I like to say is I'm not an alarmist. By any means, but the point I want to get across today is more of what we can do now to help decrease the spread, which is going to lessen our chances of our schools and our businesses in our area again closing. We must really always wear a mask at all times in our schools and our businesses, anytime we're outside of our household, without being around people outside of our own households. We ask that anyone attending any of our indoor sporting or activity events that they must wear their mask at all times during that event. Even when we're seated, even when we are socially distanced, it's very different illness inside. It's an airborne disease. So outdoors, it's one thing to take your mask off while you're seated and you're socially distanced. However, indoors, we ask that you keep your mask on at all times. We really just want to keep our spectators safe, our coaches, our athletes. We really don't want to be the cause of a case coming out and having to, shut down our sports. These kids have worked so hard, and we don't want to jeopardize their season. So I appreciate everybody's efforts in making sure that our masks are worn at all times. And it's not just the masks that are important, but also that staying 6 feet or more from people. So you don't unnecessarily have to quarantine in the event someone you're around does test positive. If you're not well, stay home. If your kids aren't well, please keep them home. I know I've kept my kids home once already this year because they just weren't feeling good. They had a sniffle, they had a cough. It all checked out, but still, it's just the right thing to do. And really, there's so many other illnesses. Obviously, every single year we deal with the flu, we deal with strep throat. And those things coming to school are just as contagious. So, you know, with the physician offices from a state recommendation are increasing their COVID testing. So if someone's coming to sick and they're not school and they're not well and they're sick and they have strep throat, well, that's still going to mimic symptoms of COVID. It's still going to cause, spread if they come in contact with somebody else, and they're still going to get strep throat, and they're potentially going to be tested for COVID, unfortunately, and it's putting people on an unnecessary quarantine. Our goal as educators, my goal as a nurse, all of our nurses here at the district, our goal is to keep our kids in school, so we want them, the ones that are not well, to stay home, and so the ones that are well can come into in-person learning and get that education that they need. So we just want to prevent unnecessary exposure and prevent quarantine, if that makes sense. I will also add, as an update, just as a reminder rather, to please communicate with me if you or a member of your household are being tested. I think it's important for you guys to know, just the sooner that I'm aware, the sooner I can be ready to go and know who would have been in close contact with that individual. And if that test were to come back positive, the sooner I can get those close contacts out of school and decrease spread. So it's just crucial you guys keep in contact with me. So far, everyone has been fantastic, and I appreciate that. I also want to reiterate, if you or someone in your household is being tested, that the remainder of the household needs to stay home. Siblings, staff, anybody else in the household, you can't come to school. We ask that you stay home until those results come back, and we hope that they come back negative, obviously. Something I just wanted to update you on that was reported out through Erie County again this week is that there are individuals that aren't always following the guidance that's given to them. There are people waiting test results and they're still going out to the public. There are people that have a known positive result and they are still not isolating. They're going out into public. So, I know that we are doing our part. Again, Harbor Creek on that zone map is doing very well. And the reason for my I guess, to inform you of this is to let you know, when you leave your house, that's a potential thing out there. And, wear your mask, socially distance, go to places that you have the ability to do both of those things. Keep washing your hands. It's all things that are going to keep you safe, that are truly common sense things as well. So please just be aware of that. If you or anybody in your house are placed on a quarantine or isolation, that you please follow that guidance and stay home. I also remind students that your pass to get on the bus is truly your mask. You have to have a mask when you get on the bus, and you have to wear the mask at all times when you're on the bus. The incidence of masks being handed out by the bus drivers has gone up a little bit, and we ask that you have your mask before you leave, and if you don't, reach out. Every school in the district has extra masks or extra face shields, and we've had so many things donated to us, so we have them available, and we'll find them one that fits them and fits them well. So please just reach out. We're happy to do that. If you were given one of the yellow masks from the buses, please make sure your child returns that. We do launder them, we put them back in rotation, and we want to be able to keep that stash, so in the event somebody does need one. My last reminder is that while we remain on the hybrid model, it allows for those mask breaks. We have a few weeks left into this, and throughout the day, we should be allotted that periodically that time to take our masks down if we want to, as a student. So staff obviously lead by example, and we have our masks on all day, but encourage your child to ask your teacher to take a mask break if they need one. The mask breaks are, again, to be 10 minutes or less. And the feedback that I've been getting is that people just want to sneak it down for a minute, and they're quick to put it back up. So our teachers are really the ones that are guiding those in the classrooms and making sure that not the entire classroom is taking one at the same time. So we just know that there's students that may not say anything but want one. So we ask the teachers that you just please, throughout the day, you offer that to students however you choose to do that. To offer that to them. So thank you for that. I'm also going to attach to this email another copy of the face covering. And really that goes off the guidance from the state and what we allow and what's acceptable as far as a face covering in the school. We have it on our site, but again, I just wanted to put it back out there. So you can make an informed decision when you're choosing a mask for your child. Really what a face mask should be is 2 or more layers of fabric. It should cover your nose, cover your mouth, fit under your chin, and go to the side of the face pretty snugly. No gaps. We want you, to really make sure that you have the right proper fitting mask so you're protected. And a face shield is just that. It covers the entire face. And again, if you need one or your child need ones, please just reach out to the building principals. We have some that we can provide to them. That's really all I have to share today. I thank you all for watching the entirety of this video. I'm sorry this was kind of a longer one this week, but I really just wanted to make you guys be aware of some things going on in the Erie County and keep you informed as promised. So with that being said, I'm going to end and say go Huskies. I know they face off our football team, General McLean tonight. So lots of luck. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.